Welcome to the StarSet Analytics Price Transparency Dashboard. I'm here to walk you through the key features of this application, designed to help hospitals compare their marketplace position across service lines and payer products. When you log in, you'll see your designated state and member facility. I'm currently viewing Illinois with Northwestern Memorial Hospital. The app shows hospital rates against major national payers, including Aetna, Cigna, and United Health. The first visual displays rates bucketed into clinical categories, benchmarked as a percentage of Medicare. The app defaults to showing the largest hospitals by size within your market. Now, let me show you how to customize your analysis. You'll want to use set filters up here in the right-hand corner to focus on what matters to you. The filters work in a waterfall system. When you select your region, either your state or a specific MSA, that affects all the downstream options. Here, I have all MSAs in the state selected. I'm going to select Chicago specifically. You can choose between inpatient or outpatient procedures, pick from Aetna, Cigna, or UHC plans, and add the hospitals you want to compare against. For example, looking here, I can take out Advocate, take out Evanston. Perhaps I want to see Loyola, another good one for the market, Rush. I click Visualize, and the application updates. So in my current view, I'm looking at service categories for inpatient procedures only for Aetna Choice POS. These categories are formed by taking all available codes for that service line, using claims data to weight them by utilization, and then express them as a single standard benchmarked rate. Something important to note is that we offer two different ways to benchmark. There's the Medicare rate, which is a fixed benchmark against what Medicare pays, and there's percentile rank, which shows relative ranking where 99th percentile is most expensive and 50th percentile is market median. You can also view this data two ways: by clinical category, which shows differences across service lines, or by carrier, which shows how one hospital performs across different insurance plans. You will notice an icon next to each of the rates. This is a confidence level indicator that will appear as either a check mark or exclamation point. The confidence indicator means that the rates from the machine-readable file were validated against a commercial claims database for that market. The check mark indicates a high level of confidence in the rate. Exclamation point does not mean we think the rate is wrong. Rather, it means that the rate is an outlier in our commercial claims for that market, with too few occurrences to independently validate it. If you want to understand the broader market context, take a look at this distribution plot underneath. You can see rates clustered around a mean of 150% of Medicare, with about half hospitals above or below that mark. Facility count shows how many hospitals comprise this distribution. So in this case, the Cigna Local Plus appears to be much more widely distributed, but there are only 9 facilities for the Chicago market showing rates for that plan. Moving to our next feature, this page explores correlations between rates and other factors like hospital size, occupancy percentage, net revenue, or commercial payer mix. The scatter plot helps put rates into context. Does size affect negotiated rates in your market? Now, these relationships don't always exist, and sometimes they're tighter than others depending on the plan or the market, but the goal is to add context to rates that otherwise exist in isolation. Finally, for those who want to dig deeper into the data, our last page offers downloadable CSV data. We've organized everything into service categories that are weighted by commercial claims utilization, because individual procedure rates can vary widely, and it's sometimes hard to draw meaningful conclusions from that variation. But you can still drill down to specific procedure codes when you need to. So right now I'm looking at behavioral health and substance use treatment codes. Going again to set filters, I can look at any clinical category. Here, if I look at labor and delivery, and click Visualize, I now have all codes, including the negotiated rates from the plan for labor and delivery codes. If I wanted to look at a specific code for a C-section, I could go to the billing code, I could put in a filter, contains 785, apply, and now I'm looking at all MSDRG 785 rates. I can further just do this again to just Chicago MSA, and now I just have Chicago. So this is showing all of the rates for all of the payers that we have loaded into the application. It includes the confidence level score, which will appear as a number in your export, and allows you to take a look at the actual negotiated rates for services if you want to drill down a little deeper from those high-level views. So in summary, this tool provides 3 key capabilities: direct hospital comparisons, market distribution analysis, and detailed procedure-level data exports. One last thing is here in the question mark on the upper right-hand side. If you have questions or need support, please contact us through this support page. This support page also includes additional resources, including FAQs and a full data methodology that gives detailed explanations for all of our data analysis methods. Thanks for exploring the price transparency dashboard.